just pay the difference if they do it before the end of May.
Right.
And if they plan on having a...
And you plan on
09,
continuing to renew a
10.
yearly membership for next year.
They can make a check mark and...
We also might mention, though, that this is a one-time deal because they'll say, well, hell, why don't I just go for 9 months again and then wait until next May and then give them the other 50.
Yeah, yeah.
How about if we give our current members a chance to lock in this year's rates for next year? Or like,
You want to do it already now?
Sure.
hey, now you won't have to lock in this year's rates for next year.
Are you guys planning on raising them?
Oh,
Well, there we
sounds
go.
good. Yeah, they'll.
There we go.
Yeah.
Could be. Well, people are looking at all the safety butts here. Can't get any money invested in the city.
Well,
Spender.
I'm kind of thinking, okay, we do a mailing in September, so that would be another mailing.
Just like paper.
Nobody reads that. They, hell, they don't even read the marquee.
Put it on SunnettNews.com.
There you go.
I don't remember, I've never done it.
The only way it's going to get read, you put it on Facebook.
Difference between news and gossip. There's a difference between news and gossip.
All right, I'll help you out with the letter. We can go on.
Okay.
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 All right, we're going
I
to go
know
with
it.
it.
Yeah.
Pay the difference by the end of May.
At the end of May, if
Okay.
they plan on committing to a full year's membership next year.
Next year. Okay.
All right.
Got it.
Okay, programs.
Not a lot going on there. Swim team will start the end of this month. Summer rec, we're done with soccer. Ball's just getting started. The golf, tennis, and drill team, arts and crafts flyer will come out this week. Here, we're still doing the jiu-jitsu and water exercises in the morning fitness. The kids and Susan Dorman are finishing up swim lessons, I think. Lindsay might be done for the summer, I think. Susan Dorman's leaving after this month. The volleyball people are kind of hit and miss. It's going to be that time of year where sometimes they can get a group together and sometimes they can't. And I think the basketball people kind of fizzled out.
What are your numbers on swim team, do you know?
I don't have those. No, they did their big sign up, they take their stuff. I have very little to do with swim team.
Who's doing the golf and tennis?
Ryan Spots is doing golf. He did it last year. I don't know, I haven't got a hold of Stephen Muldover yet. He did it with him last year. I don't know if he'll do it with him again or not. My son Ethan is doing tennis because Pastor Radcliffe did it last year and he's too busy this year. Shaylee Oldhausen is doing drill team because Lynn did it last year and she wants the summer off. And it'll either be Lauren Huska or Ann Lubeck that's doing arts and crafts. Lauren wasn't sure it was going to fit into her schedule, and so I need to get back and hold of her too.
Boy, it would be good too.
That would be good too, yeah. So, anyway.
And soccer went fine, no?
Soccer went pretty good for the most part. Soccer. We did concessions. I did concessions. We split. We just had 2 home games this year. We were in with Pomeroy, and so every year we'd alternate 3 home, 2 away, 2 home, 3 away. The Pomeroy dropped out when we put on, so we just have 4 teams now. So we had 2 and 2. I did the 2 concessions. We split it with the summer rec, and between the 2, we made about $200. They made about $200. That was a profit.
Now, why did we split the concessions with summer rec?
Because it's a summer rec activity. See, the Wachanis do the same thing at the ball field. They run it and split the profits. So that way, I mean, the money kind of goes towards the program too.
But I just think you're doing all the work.
Well, I am. But then I'm on that board too, so whatever. Whatever money she get. Next year I just might tell them I pay off. I'm tired.
Whose trailer is that?
Mine.
Well, I guess because do they help? I don't know. That's just something I think.
No,
we could
my
say,
mom and my
if you
mother-in-law.
continue to do it, then we should get the money for the concessions. I mean, summer rec has more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least they should be in there 50-50 helping you out, as
Yeah.
opposed to, with this. But again, you know how that goes. Well, Well, just like Chris did.
I didn't know the school, you know, when they, like, when the juniors were doing it for prom, they got all the money. They did all the work, they got all the money. You know,
But
they
see
didn't have to
now,
split it with the school.
Yeah. Somebody asked us, who was it? Let me think of it here. When we had our last summer rec meeting, I'm trying to think who it was. Oh, Phil Kesnard wanted to know if we wanted to move our girls' games possibly out to the high school girls' field because they didn't think they were going to be using it this year. But there's nobody would do concessions, so we would have to do the concessions. And whoever the coach out there was told them that if we did the concessions out there for the girls, we would have to split it with the school.
That's not true.
Well, I don't know, that's what Phil said.
Well, baseball right now,
But the baseball is different. See, then
Well-
Larry Telehusen called and was looking for something to do the baseball concessions. And I said, well, do we have to split it? And he said, no, he was just wanting
well,
something to do
softball's no
it.
different. The school,
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's got that-
whoever Phil talked to told him that they had to
Yeah,
split
there's-
that. So I don't know, with the coach of the team or, I don't know.
I didn't know we're not having girls softball in town.
I don't know if it was they weren't using it or they weren't using it all the time, or is
Well,
it half
yeah,
here and
yeah.
half? I suppose we could use it when they're not there.
Oh,
Or whatever. Maybe that was it, when they did it for the girls' games and our games. We still have to give them the promise for our games. I don't know.
I know with baseball concession last year, I think it ended up being the parents, you know, we each took a night working and we kept it simple, so then I think the money did go to the baseball program. or
Right,
something.
well, it
Yeah.
would there,
Yeah,
but
sure.
now,
Because we
years
didn't want to
ago,
sit
the
there and not have a
chamber did it
concession stand.
because the junior prom backed out.
Yes.
We couldn't get anybody, so the
Yes.
chamber did it, we got all the money, and then this year they're doing the same thing.
Right.
They can't find anybody to do it.
I just think that might be something to clarify with the summer rec next year, that, you know, if
Yeah.
i.e. the rec center staff does all the work, then, even though it's only $200 still.
yeah, they got $8,500.
Yeah, exactly.
Got more money than we'll ever dream of.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of, I mean, I realize we're there because they're having a program there, but
Well, but also, there's this problem because you're on both boards.
Yeah.
So,
But they don't have anybody helping or something like that, it's not fair.
But they are doing other things too. They're out there coaching, they're repping, they're,
Oh, yeah, that's all volunteer.
yeah,
That has nothing to do with it. Concession.
sessions.
or maybe they can write us a donation too, since they've got the expense.
Well, they do pay that. We haven't gotten that yet. I have to figure it out. The member versus non-member fees,
Yeah.
will we get that?
When June would be a good time for us to get on that.
I'll make it out.
Okay,
Well,
that's,
yeah, now that it's over, make sure they pay up soon.
Well, see, we still have registration for tennis and golf and all that yet.
special events, fundraisers.
The only special event we have coming up is the triathlon in July. Laura Zimmerman called me this morning. We've got the adult one planned for Saturday morning like we always do, and I need to get a hold of Mike Fisher though for we do the youth playing in. Because we did that on Friday last year, but I don't know if he'll have swim team practice on the 3rd of July or not. Or
It's not over yet.
I know it's not, so I need to get a hold of him, but that's what we have coming up, we're going to do triathlons. We'll do the youth one again, that went really well last year.
And those will be advertised ahead of time with all the talk
All the
about.
Chautauqua Day stuff. Otherwise, looking forward to it. I know we need to be doing more, but people are busy, the people here have dropped off,